Seattle, Rocky Mountain High, here through the auspices and the heart of Hazy Radio Network. I got this old man and his dog, who together are a living work of art, you know, hanging out here in the spaceship, love, who is speaking to you and sharing this great wealth of love from this 9,000 feet perch where we just take off from, babies. We are the eagles of this atmosphere, the thunder beams that help everyone else get it clear. You and me, dear, and all the rest of this reality that you see around you too, man, because, well, shoot, we're all made out of the same stuff, and so is creation too, man. You know, when you start to realize all that, babies, then you know the love is coming through to you, from you too, babies, into this creation, because, wow, that's the way you gotta live it, eh? That's the rock and roll sort of way. That's the multi-dimensional presence, learning to express itself in its rooted down reality and learning to blossom from the strength of that root in this 3D and beyonder, don't you see? I mean, we go right to the heart of the mother love and the sunny one too. And that light comes on through from not just one direction, but from all directions, inside and out. It's an existing thing in everything. That light, that sunlight, which is the mother just right. Well, that's the father too. The son and the mother are one. S-U-N, as you say, baby. At least that's the way we see it in this rock and roll reality we call 3D. Coming to you from this little perch, man. You know, I ain't Brother Lurch. I'm not Brother John Birch either, but I see it a lot more clear than they did in their day. I see what's happening here right now, and guess what? They're just trying to distract us, man. Just keep us off the beat a little bit, you know. Create a tragedy there. Do a stupid thing over there. Put a clown in office and see if we care. We push everybody's buttons. Well, yes, indeedy we do, don't we? All of us, too, man, you know. It's not just one or two at the top of the heap like Scrooge McDuck, you know, sitting there on all his pearls and diamonds and gold and silver and all of that stuff. Cackle, 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 you know. Buy me this, buy me that. I want to boss everybody around. Cackle, 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 you know. Well, guess what, Cackle? You cackled one too many times, man. You got off on it far too well, and you realized you were just doing it for the love of doing it, man. You know, it wasn't an empty hole you were trying to fill, now was it? See, you were already full. You live life so abundantly, you Scrooge McDuck. Won't even let yourself have comfort and company and stuff like that. I mean, you know, who the hell are you? Except the rest of us, too, huh? So stop feeling blue, man. Just give it all back, man. That's all you got to do. Just give it all back. Along with the technology that makes it null and void anyway, you know. Because when we have instantaneous creation available to us in a technological sort of way, which is just a stepping stone, like all technology is. What does technology do? Points back to our creative ability. Reminds us of how good of little creators we are. We are geniuses. Even when we're not helped along by a bunch of friendly or foul ETs, as the case may be, you know. I mean, we developed time travel so long ago that we remember it 3,500 years from now already, and came back here from 3,500 years in the future to 3,500 years in the past to start planting the little seeds here and there in the garden of life, that at this time of life, 2017 as we call it now, but whatever it really is in the universal way, you know, because there ain't no calendar in that one, but there is a flow called time, man, and a rhythm in the atmosphere here, baby. A rock and a roll. That this medicine we play here on this here Hazy Radio day after day, Monday through Friday, 3 hours. Ooh, a pure free flight, man, and getting it right in that Hazy Radio sort of way with Grandpaw Koyote and a raft of angelic friends who make sure we keep our fingers on the buttons, man, and keep this plane ever a-flying, rising higher and higher and going farther and farther and deeper and getting it stronger and longer, and pretty soon, wow, it's the best loving you ever had, and you didn't have to sell yourself short to accommodate it either, man, you know. You had it your way for a change, which is our way for a change. All of us, man, see, humanity is facing a bridge they got to cross. Yeah, or it's actually a bridge we got to demolate, man, you know, not demolish, demolate, dematerialize, and put an end to the gap between the realities, you see. And the only way to do that is by gathering together inside of you and me in your own personal presence, don't you see? That's what the 3D is all about. That's the rooted reality. When you get it here, you got it there. And the worlds instantly gather back together in visible presence. And all these friends and relatives that have gone to the great beyond are all of a sudden not so beyond you anymore. They're right here. And they always have been. We just couldn't see them or be them or feel them. But now we do, see. And that's where it begins, too. You'll feel the presence first. Always. You'll know it's coming. You know, just like we all know something big is coming, like good old Allison from Portland said yesterday. I mean, we get reiteration all over the place, along with a whole lot of baffling bullshit, don't we? Oh, my God. If you're like me and you're a searcher, you know, you always like to see what's going on out there and who's telling the biggest lies and the greatest truths, etc., you know. And, baby, I'll tell you the truths, they're all over the place. But to illuminate them and enlighten from them and actually highlight them and only speak truths, well, that's rather difficult to do in this reality. Many doing that in the 3D just yet, but it's getting more truthful all the time, despite of it stumbling over its ass to try and save its face. Going down in disgrace to find its dignity and its harmony and its resolute truth, so it can be the regal beings that we are. I mean, everybody here wears a crown. We all deserve Academy Awards for our performances here. Nobel Peace Prizes, and you know, Santa Claus and his 8 tiny reindeer cleaning out the warehouse for us, man. I mean, come on, guys. Think about that, see? When you get beyond the 3D, we start to live again creatively. So what the tales you hear from the other side, how people can have anything they want in a flash like that when you're living in spirit, they say, you know. You know, if you desire a cigarette, you don't go down to the corner store and buy a pack. You just materialize one between your 2 little fingers there on your right hand, light that sucker up, and guess what? You don't have to worry about Surgeon General's warnings anymore, because the Surgeon General lied anyway, man, you know. The thing that gave you cancer was the stuff they put in it, not the tobacco. Same difference, I know, but it's also a way out too, baby, see. You live this life creatively, you can have it right here in the 3D in a multi-dimensional way. You move beyond fear in that way. See, and a harmful thing like a cigarette suddenly becomes a beneficial prayer for enlightenment and transformation and so forth. You know, whatever your heart is desiring, there's a transformative element in the smoking of tobacco. Pure magic. That's why people got so fascinated with it, but in another way, it could numb you down if you got too much of it in your presence, you see. But in reality, in the multidimensionality of beyond 3D, but starts here, rooted here, actually it's a prayer for transformation in every smoker there is. An acknowledgement of the lonely desire inside, that isolated feeling that says, let us unite. Let us be one heart again. Let us acknowledge all the tears and the agony of the generations, and let it become regenerative within me. You see? It's like the Harlem Globetrotters sing, you know, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. That's a basket and a .3, okay? Okay, I baffle you a bit with my humor. But I feel you with sweet delight with the feeling that you get it just right when it comes at you so poetically. In that rock and roll sort of way that we call the divine harmony of Hazy Radio Network, don't you see? Yes, indeed, yes, our heart, unified in motion inside of each personal being that is, you see. And in so doing, babies, that's how we dissolve away the fictional reality and all the tears and the fears that go with it. Now, I know some of you have been having kind of a hard time because you're getting real expansive growth going on. You know, you're at your own level with it, but guess what? That's a level everybody else is at too, right there along with you. All of us are in each personal life together, the same way we are in the larger group we call life. We're in all of that too. And guess what? In our heart, we're pulling for not only all of humanity, because all of life. Because for whatever the reason, the universe structured it this way is beyond my understanding to know why, but here we are. We're integral, man. We got to pull this thing off. Finish up the little bits we got left to go, man, you know. Keep on getting the rhythm, the multi-dimensional expansion of rock and roll, man, that tribal beat that sets the bass tone of creation. Gives it a good rumble, too. Gives it some buzzy energy to get going and get strong and get it on. And return to the life of fullness, you know, and no longer deny ourselves any pleasure, but enjoy them all right here in a singular moment, man. Which is the spectacular, orgasmic nature of the blossoming life coming through us, wouldn't you say? Snuck that one in on you, man. Because I'm a coyote, babies. And what's a coyote do here? Well, he brings you on through, dear. Now, this is why you see coyotes hanging around and singing in the daylight nowadays, especially in the sunrise, when they only used to sing at night, see? And it's not just howling that you hear anymore. They're starting to sing that song that they used to keep privately out there in those quiet places that only those that hang out in the wilderness are ever going to hear or see, you know? But that's just the way it be. But what's in the wilderness held togetherness has held togetherness in the not-so-wilderness, too. Energetically, mystically, because all lives are united with that coyote life in that coyote way, you see. That's the medicine of living. That's what makes it us able to get through it, because we know the wisecrack behind it. We got that knowing grin and the song of the heart going on like the coyote does, you know. We understand then the nature of the humor of and in that humor is a release from all tragedy. Now, I know you've accepted a lot of heaviness in this world. Well, listen to me, babies. I've been, you know, as wounded and as stabbed in the heart as they can get, you know. I'm not proud of it at all. I'm just saying that, you know, we get through it and we get on with it. That's a severe test of the heart. And how committed can you be to what you know to be a reality? That flow, that feeling, that inertia that just keeps us going strong and keeps us looking in the right sort of way and kind of syncopates it when we let it and don't get in our own way. So when we need a door to open, it's all, you know, somebody constructed a whole new building around it just so they could open that door for you. You know, it gets that extreme. That just, you know, you need to go find a new way to earn a living. Somebody says, come and star in my movie. I'll give you $3 million. I don't know you, but I see the gift. You know, or something like that. You know what I mean? The magic happens when you allow it to be, you know. Speaking of which now, in tune with this unifying heart we got going on here in this rock and roll sort of way. Let's materialize a little gathering place wherever we need to go, wherever we need to play, you know, including Crestonia. Now, I want a sanctuary here, and I've already got it in my heart. Now, when I say I'm being real loose. I is everybody. EYE. We all see. Got it? I know I just diffused the top of the pyramid thing on the back of the dollar bills and shit, but oh well, so much for Illuminati confessions, eh? I mean, guess what? We're all in this together. And when you quit taking the symbology as something that it really is not, and see what, I mean, because that's just programming, that's misrepresentation, that's the illusion. See, the reality is that no life can oppose you. Nor can you oppose any either. It's impossible. You're made of love, and love only knows a congruent flow. It's just like a river. You know, does it fight within itself about where it's going to go? No. All the molecules of the water join together, become this mighty flow, man. And together they nourish the life all around them and during their journey. See, well, that's humanity. That's our flow. That's our living, don't you know? That's the reality of creation, is that flow. And that's why we call it rock, and that's why we call it roll. Because, man, it can get bouncy, it can get rough, it can be smooth as glass and gentle as just the gentlest waters could ever be. It could be anything it wants to be. And it takes what comes quite naturally and creates a channel through it. Because it knows the urge to return to the ocean. to be again the part of the larger life that is the source of all creation, the mother of love, and the emotion of the ocean and the waves thereof, the waves which are the rhythm of life, the rock and roll harmony of truth, even given in the river and the stream of life, you see. Here at Spring Creek, the undividing of the divided mystery, eh? Man, and it came through the heart of a lady that we call Mary J. Because she was here to inspire those even way back before the day. Back in the 1700s, the 1800s, she found her way to certain particular beings that needed to see beyond their reality in that time too. Influenced, of course, by time travelers from you-know-who and 3,500 years in the future and the past too, man. Ooh, goodness. We almost did ourselves in there in that great future. But we brought ourselves back at last because we realized what was going on finally. That we'd been, crossbred in the wrong sort of way. Now it's time to get it right, okay? And the only way to do that is go back to the beginning, start all over again. So you have to set it up just right in time. So you slip through it. And all of a sudden you're living beyond time. There's all the time you ever needed, and there's no time at all. It's gone. It doesn't exist. Life is a flow. A gentle one, and it goes in all directions. And it knows exactly which channels and flows to follow. And it becomes a synchronistic creation. A rock and roll harmony we call by divination a rock and roll reality, man, the expanding blossom of life, don't you see? That's the beauty of living in the 3D. Denying yourself all of that and not even expecting it to ever come back, baby, all of a sudden you remember it all. And there it is. And you realize, guess what? You never left Spring Creek. You never left those headwaters. Grandpa's been there playing his rock and roll since the beginning of time, don't you know? And that is always the beginning. There ain't no time, man. See, we are the divine dreamers of creation. Through us comes the interpretation. Through our perception is creation experienced by the universe around us, too. We're that interconnected. Oh, hell, we're living in everything, and everything's living in you. All of it, too, man. The big old heap of it. Here, you want another scoop, baby? Well, just let this one glow and let it grow and nurture it a little bit in your heart, don't you know? And, baby, it blossoms, man. Everything you felt is dark and wicked and terrible just dissolves into the reality of the loving way. Gets right back into flow like there never was opposition. There never is. You can't go against the flow in the river of life, don't you know? You can only go with the flow. To do otherwise is just to wear yourself out for no good reason at all other than to prove you're stupid. Nah, nobody's that dumb. See, you can't do it. You're part of the water, man. You got to go with the flow. It's just the way it is, don't you know? See, so when we say humanity's facing this gateway, let's say, instead of a bridge, and we got to go through it in unity, well, what we do is just bring it all around us. And expel ourselves and beyond the 3D. Expand, yeah. Through the expulsion, man, you know. But you got to be willing to let go of a lot of the illusion here. Including the very idea that anybody would ever even want to attack you in any way. Let alone kill your friends and relatives. See, that whole horrific world has gone away. Replaced by a more truthful one right here and now, today. They're inside of your heart. They're inside of each person listening in, and every presence attached and joined in across the universal skies, the stars, within the earth, you know, in every direction you could imagine. When you start to be beyond 3D, all directions are the same direction. It's expansion. All life is united in that expansion. And in the grand orgasm that goes with it. Oh, darlings, I know that's what you've been most afraid of, because you thought you was going to die a few times here. I know, I'm not going to describe it. I feel it, I flow with it. But guess what? There's a glow on it. There's something there you missed a long time ago by holding out for yourself instead of going for it. Instead of going for the heart and letting it release. You always held back at least a little element of it, sometimes all of it. Just play acted your way through this 3D, didn't you? But there's still these feelings that are inexplicable, inexplainable. Inexplicably inexplainable, baby. But they come through you. It's a living truth. It's the mother love reminding you what you're made of, see? Now you just answer that call. The call that we, blessed ourselves with right here at the beginning of the show today. The call of the ancestors, baby. Once you do, you're coming on through. And so's the rest of us too, in unity. That's what makes it such a tragicomedy here, because the reality is, for all the fighting and fussing and bitching and moaning we do here, the river flows where it goes, babies, and we all go with it, no matter how badly we illusionate ourselves through the 3D. I mean, we've been kidding ourselves for a long, long time, but the programming of the ancestors said that's normal, accept the illusion. Instead, now, we got rock and roll, man, cracked it all open. Along with Marilyn Monroe and a whole bunch of other saintly, like, angelic presences that came in and flashed it on and burned it out real quick. But, ooh, what they left behind them, is that correcting wave of enlightening love that took it to another level, another way. And certain presences needed that combination. Same way we had to work our way through time to get it just right in this moment of now, which is the beginning. I know we go around in that big circle all the time, don't we? That's because we're constantly growing and expanding from Spring Creek, that original place, when the original waters originate the life that we're living, okay? The flow of life begins right there, wouldn't you say? Each and every day, Monday through Friday, when Grandpa comes out to play here on the Hazy Radio Network, and that Hazy Radio getting it clear sort of way, baby. Thank you, Zeta, very much. We love you so. Thanks for being our sweet chairman of the board, man. I mean, the angels just keep you in their bosoming love, okay, and just make everything easy for you for the rest of forever, okay? Because that's what you deserve, baby. So's the rest of us too, babies. We have learned to rock. Now we get to roll, strum and stroll. Take them big steps, don't you know, that are such tiny little baby steps. Right there in that beginning moment once again.